Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Esther from Esther's Orchids, and today, since New Zealand is the first country in the world to see the light of the new day, I thought I would try and get in and be the first or one of the first people to do a What's in Bloom video, since I haven't done one for quite some time of putting all my flowers together. I do feel that this growing season I've not had as many of my fells flower as I had in the previous years. Never mind, we'll get on and show you what we do have. Some of these have been in previous videos, but they haven't been collated all together as one video. So we'll start on this side of the table, and we have one very large flower left of the Maui Sunset times White Summer, Miltoniopsis. It did have 2 or 3 flowers on it, but that was the only one that survived. So I think they really were a little bit dry when they were packaged, and it didn't help with some of the blooms because they fell off very fast. So another pretty Miltoniopsis there. And this one here is the Ananda florata. Oh, let me get that name properly. Yeah, Miltoniopsis Ananda apple, Fiorata, not Florata, Fiorata, F-I-O-R-A-T-T-A. And that is the one that is superbly fragrant. And yes, even in my lounge in the morning when I come up until lunchtime, it can make my whole lounge smell just adorable. So that one was a really fantastic purchase. At the moment, just a small little orchid, but beautiful, beautiful blooms and a really lovely fragrance. Sorry, this one here was Miltoniopsis Newton Falls. A slightly different and darker colour than the other one, and with that pretty waterfall lip. The flowers for me do have a tendency this year of going backwards with the petals, sepals. So this one has been in one of my videos before when it had its full spike, but it decided just to give me one more beautiful bloom. So that's my Oncidium, I need to learn these names, Big Shot Hello Sparkle. So one of my fells, and she's been my favourite. Still has one bloom, and I thought that was all it was going to do after the others blasted. But it seems now that she's sticking up another wee bit of a spike, and there's also looking like there's going to be another subsidiary spike growing there. So I had tried doing some crosses or pollinating of flowers with Sogo Purple, but I couldn't get them to hold, so we might be able to try again when we have some fresh flowers. So my next one here has just carried on its spike and just continued growing, zigzag up the spike, and still has 2 blooms and another one to open. So this one here was the beautiful big twin spike, and she still has a few blooms, some on her main spike, but the majority there were from the secondary spike, or second spike. So this one here is a really beautiful deep fuchsia purple colour. So she's got 5 or 6 flowers there to be open, but this is also her spike. She did some flowers but not many on her main spike. She did this on the subsidiary spike, and I think she may still produce one more bloom there, but there's a few more coming up here. So I will leave those on until they've bloomed and then chop the spike off, or the 2 spikes off, and wait for another good show in winter. So we missed this one here. Now this one here, I had one of those horrible moments where she was just starting to bloom and I broke the spike. So luckily she has produced me just another couple of a spike with some flowers, but I really love that one. That one there is the girl with the speckled leaves. So I do have as well up here just a plain white fell. Otherwise you'd be noticing a bit of a pattern that I do lots of pink and purples and not too many other colours. Just a simple white fell. This one here has been in some of my other videos and has just again continued to produce more flowers up the spike. They're just zigzagging up a little spike there, just creating more flowers as it goes. This one as well was a 2 spike, had a massive great big showing, and then on both of the spikes decided just to keep creating some more flowers. So that one there I think is called Kaleidoscope, Borden's Kaleidoscope. Okay, speaking of Sogo Purple still has some blooms on a spike. So this one here has pretty much finished, although it thinks it was going to try doing another bud at the back there, but I don't think it's going to work because it's starting to die off. But she will produce me one more here, and maybe even another one coming from here. So I don't cut these spikes, I won't cut that until it's dead. Okay, as a replacement for one of my other mini fells that really wasn't thriving very well, I purchased this one. And lo and behold, I am so surprised to have a sniff of it the other day, and it actually has a fragrance very much like the 2 that I got that had the mottled leaves in the minis. This one doesn't have mottled leaves, she just has little round leaves, but she definitely has some fragrance. You'd notice it walking past, you wouldn't really notice it's filling the whole room like the Miltoniopsis I have. So just another one there is what I call my calico one. She didn't really put out many this year, but I had to repot it and it was getting quite dry. So this little mini here, this one's really cute, and it did come out with 3 or 4 more on the spike, and then they just decided to dry off for some reason. But that has really intense purple in the lip and spots at the back of the lip, and these bottom petals have gorgeous little lines and spots on them. That's the mini. So that's the lot that I have in flower for the 1st of January 2020. So if you have any questions that you'd like to ask me, please leave them in a comment below. Otherwise, Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you all had a wonderful holiday season and had a relaxing, peaceful, quiet time. Thanks very much, everybody. Bye.